Welcome back to the Why So Series podcast. We are back for another one of our flash recaps. Today we're recapping Season 4, Episode 13, True Colors. Amunet makes a deal to buy all of the metahumans in Iron Heights, so Barry must decide if he should expose his powers to save his cellmates. What you guys think of this? Mike, start with you. Mike?
Oh, sorry. The theme song was still on. I couldn't hear you. This episode, there were things I loved about it, and there were things I did not love about it at all. I'm kind of split right down the middle with. First of all, a lot happened in this episode, and I don't know if we want to go into details on all the different things yet. But I will say the things I loved were Ralph's story. I actually also enjoyed some of the prison stuff. I thought that the team up Barry ended up doing was kind of underused with the exception of Becky. And I also really loved what happened with the Thinker. I thought that was tense as shit. That being said, I just feel like sometimes the writers get a little... I just feel like they underused, some of the situational stuff that they had at their disposal. But it was a better episode than the last couple weeks. I'll say that. I'll be real.
Devin, what were your overall thoughts?
Definitely. They got me back. It was way different than the last couple weeks. Got some plot twists and a lot of intriguing storylines that developed. Brandon, you were right about all the bus humans can't be wrong. All the bus metas can't be wrong. Can't be bad. That was cool. Definitely like the fact that Cecile used her powers for good and did it, and she concealed them. So I wasn't really upset at her for having these powers because she didn't give it away. Shout out to my man, the black guy that played the warden, getting a whole bunch of lines in this episode because he was Ralph Dibny. I love the CGI. They had a lot of good effects in this episode. And then the Thinker and also Marlise, I think that's the Thinker's wife's name. She was very interesting this week, and I loved that. I loved every little all the plot twists and stuff that was laid out for us. And I can't wait to see how we evolve and see what the Thinker really has going on because he's turned the corner into really being evil. So yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the episode. I enjoyed the last two episodes. Last week's episode gave us a reprieve from the main storyline, which is good because some of the complaints about last episode from a lot of people were why don't this has nothing to do with DeVoe? Get back to DeVoe, which tells you that the main storyline with the Thinker and everything is very popular and something that people are looking to see. So I think that was done very well. I also think the prison scenes were done very well. There were some issues with it, and I had some issues with, not issues, but I just found it interesting, the ending, but we'll get to that in a little bit. So I guess we'll start at the beginning. So basically, where we pick up is Barry is thrown into this metahuman cell, metahuman wing of Iron Heights, which I was like, they have to have a metahuman wing where they can't use their powers. And they basically show that, and he's in the same part with all the people that he's taken down already. So Kilgore, the guy who can control electronics. So Becky, the girl from early in the season who had luck powers. Dwarfstar, who we just saw, who can shrink stuff. And Mina, the Native American woman who can animate inanimate objects.
She's awful. I hate her. I'm sorry.
So, basically, Barry makes this fucking acid out of batteries and water and shit so he can burn out of the cell, which I was like, well,
dope.
As implausible as that may seem, at least it's cool enough that they gave me a plausible, I said it's implausible in real life, but plausible in the comic book world way of him getting out and not just somebody comes in, leaves the door open, and he beats them up and get out like you always see. So this was like they did it basically saying like, yeah, he's a CSI. He knows how to make shit. He understands that shit. So yeah, I thought that was kind of cool for his character. And then so they're over there. So then Cecile and Iris. So what Devin was talking about, Cecile and Iris come to visit Barry to talk about his appeal and what they're going to do for his appeal. And Warden Wolf comes out and is like, Barry ain't going to be here. And he gives some bullshit as answer about why Barry can't come talk to you. Meanwhile, Cecile is reading his mind, basically hearing that he made a deal with Amunet and he's going to be selling off these metahumans for profit to them. So they got to try to figure that out. So then after that, you kind of see Ralph come in and he's talking shit about one of his old partners. And then you realize that like Ralph is kind of like Plastic Man, where he can kind of change his powers and he can change his whole molecular structure into somebody different. Which, what you guys think about that, Mike?
That was one of the things I had issue with. I
knew you were. It was so comic bookish, but so like I liked it.
Comic bookish, but not to skip to the end, but like that was kind of a cop out, and I kind of felt like that was what was going to happen when they first introduced it, and I don't know how I feel about it because that's like I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me even for him, like even for his abilities. It was weird.
It was
funny.
Though.
It was funny watching. It was good. Like it was funny watching the guy. Whoever the actor is for the warden.
Black guy.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
Well, it was funny watching him, Richard Brooks play, Ralph playing. You know what I mean? Like it was funny watching, like Richard Brooks as Ralph, who's pretending to be him.
Black, yeah, pretending to be black was awesome because he
was
definitely funny. He couldn't talk right.
It's almost like they made the warden like Jim Carrey. I'm constantly reminded of Jim Carrey through Ralph. I just feel like he reminds me of him, and it was weird. But I just feel like it's kind of a weird thing that it was weird to me. I wasn't in love with it.
Well, I think what they were doing is giving him. So that's kind of what earlier this season we were talking about Elongated Man versus Plastic Man, and how I was saying that Plastic Man is way more powerful than Elongated Man. And that's some of the things that Plastic Man can do. So I think what they're doing is kind of just blending those two characters together. So it made sense when you think of it that way, because Plastic Man he can change who he looks like, his skin color, his vocal cords. He can change into inanimate objects. Like he can turn himself into a cup or a bowl or a fork or anything like that. So I don't think they're gonna go that far on the show. But I did like how they kind of showed they didn't make it perfect. So there's one scene.
Yeah, the second time they did.
Yeah, but at that point he'd already had a ton of practice, because the first time he tries to be the warden and he shows up to talk to Amunet, and he's trying to act black and shit. And it's kind of fucking funny. And then you realize he's talking to Amunet and he's trying to be tough, and then next thing you know, his fucking ears sagging. And they're probably looking at him like, what the fuck? And then he just drops the whole thing because he can't hold it up anymore. And even before that, they show that like when he has to change, it kind of takes something out of him. He has to get himself ready to do that because he couldn't walk like him and talk like him. He has to change everything about him. So I think that's kind of making Ralph really super powered. But here's the thing. The one thing that I will say about the shows I had trouble with from the beginning is power levels. And they keep going up and down with people's power levels, because at certain times you see how fast fucking Barry is, and you'd be like, well, there should be no crime. Like, there's nothing should ever stop the Flash if he can be that fast. And at other times you see that he's not fast enough to do certain things. So with Ralph being able to change his molecular structure into anything, he should be able to stop a lot of different things. But we'll get more to what that happened a little bit later. So, meanwhile, back in the prison, Barry and them escape through the sewers, and they're going through and they're kind of talking, and the criminals are basically like, yeah, I can't wait to get out. I'm about to go steal some more shit. And Barry's like, y'all about to go steal some more shit and get put right back in here? Like, the Flash is going to get y'all. And I'm like, Barry.
That shit is hilarious, yo.
They go like at this point, how do they not know you're the Flash? But apparently at that point they didn't know. But I'm like,
but no, they knew it was a speedster though. That's the thing. Like you know he's a speedster.
That was dumb.
And I was like,
but there's only 2 speedsters in Central City, and one of them's black.
Not even around either. He's like gone.
Oh.
I mean, I guess you had Zoom, but I don't
Zoom
think.
is killing people, yeah.
But I feel like I don't know if they know the Zoom's dead. So maybe they could have thought he's Reverse Flash. So I guess I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. But at that point, he's only one of 3 people. He's Reverse Flash. He's Flash. That's it. 2 people. That's it. That's the list. So that's been running around Central City. So he's trying to get out, and they're talking this shit. But Becky is kind of like hesitant. She's like, I don't really want to do fucked up shit anymore. And they end up running to this dude, and they're all like, "Oh, we got to kill him." And at first I was like, "Yeah, y'all got to kill him." But then I was like, "That's not the hero thing to do." So Barry just punches him out, and they keep going.
Hilarious though. The thing about that is Barry punched him out without powers. So like I really didn't feel like he could have knocked him out. But that's just that whole comic book trope where like everybody is a one-hitter quitter. Like because Barry's hand was really fucked up after he punched him.
Yeah,
which is nice little.
They never get their hands fucked up unless there's like a weak character who punches somebody. So, Did you guys like Amunet in this episode? Because I liked her in the early episodes. Did you guys like her in this episode?
I look at her as like an arms dealer, and she just has one-hitter quitters. Like, I mean, she has a little one-liners and stuff like that, and her accent is pretty good.
She's just kind of there.
Yeah, like, I guess I didn't like the introduction of her. Like, she was just fucking with Caitlyn. Or Killer Frost. Killer Frost pissed me off in this episode, by the way.
Why?
Just didn't like her.
I kind of like that part.
When she talked to Ralph?
I liked it. Yeah, I liked it, but then, like, I just didn't want her to be that person. And not, like, I wanted her to freeze him or something. I wanted her to show some powers.
She was mad, like, look, you better do this shit and stop being stupid. She's like, I froze them and stabbed them, and they still my friend.
Right.
And I'm like, she's right.
She is absolutely right.
Also, I love her as Killer Frost even more than Caitlyn.
I do too. I really do. And for her not to be full Killer Frost, to just be almost Killer Frostish, and then like have this like pep talk, the pep talk she gave, I was like, but
I just think it would break the show if she was always Killer Frost because it wouldn't make any sense. I think
she's turning a new leaf, like she's able to like talk to Killer Frost.
So like last year, I complained about this a lot because they never really explained Caitlyn's powers or how it works and any of that. At least this year, they've tried to explain how she's been able to control it to a point that it only happens when she feels really, really angry or scared or in danger. So she's able to. So this episode, she like cut her hand, and the pain turned her into Killer
That was
Frost.
real cool, though. That was real cool.
And then it froze up. Yeah, so I thought that was kind of cool. They end up getting out, but then Wolf is there, and he's trying to fuck him up, and he shoots this thing on Barry. And then that's when the guys were about to go fuck him up, and then he tells them that he's the Flash. And I'm like, how many people in this fucking city knows that Barry's the Flash? At this point, how's it going to hurt to tell people that you're the Flash? All the bad people in the city already know that you're the Flash. Reverse Flash knows that you're Flash. Grodd knows that you're Flash. All of these metas know that you're Flash. Captain
the Warden knows. Yeah.
The Warden's dead now. So, did he kill the rest of them? Did he?
Killed. I think he did.
He killed all the metas.
And I was confused. Did he steal Barry's powers? He didn't steal Barry's powers.
He didn't steal Barry's powers.
He didn't put Barry in the little clutch thing.
Was this just like a power move then? I didn't really. I thought it was cool, but I don't really know why.
I understand it.
He wanted their powers because remember at the end, Marlise.
So does he get? Can he just keep powers that he takes? It's not just like body to body.
Yes, that's what that machine does. So
that's why she was so excited. He was so excited for the machine to be done and fixed.
Right, and and then he's like, he remember Marlise was talking to him, and he's saying like, "I thought you were waiting for all of them to get together for your plan." And he's like, "Well, I went and did it now, but I'm still going to get everybody together." And,
he never said when.
Yeah. Did you see? So he shows up with his chair, and he puts this thing and he transfers his consciousness into Becky's body. And I thought that was very interesting because I was like, why did he pick her of all people?
No, but it's smart that he picked her. Like, I dig that he picked her because he understood, like, everything always works out for Becky and turns out and foils everybody else's good fortune.
So now, but listen, he got to keep what's his face's powers too, the black guy's powers.
Black guy, yeah.
So now
he's gonna get back in the black guy's body, I think.
No, he has those powers in her body.
Right. No, but I think he's gonna keep the black guy's body around. Like, I think.
I don't know.
You don't think he's going back to? You don't think so?
How the hell is he gonna keep her body alive? I think we're done. So think about this. Now he is not only like the smartest person in the world, but he can read people's minds and he has good luck. I have no idea how they're going to stop this man.
I don't even know. Did you say? I think it turns everything out bad for everybody else. He becomes everybody else's bad luck charm because, like, I don't know that I don't even know her power is luck because it's this coincidence that, like, the shit falls into place for her, but like I guess it's good luck because you're gonna say that she has good luck.
It's good. No, it's good luck for her, but bad luck for everybody around.
Everybody, yeah. So it's crazy. Like, what would you call that though? I don't even know that you would call it like.
Well, Black Cat has powers like that somewhere in Marvel, but not to that.
She doesn't have powers.
Yes, she does. She has luck.
I didn't think she does.
Luck. She has luck thing. I forget how they explain it. But. Also, I thought it was very poetic how last episode we saw Cecile
and Joe, and now this episode it was the DeVoes.
Yeah,
he's gonna kill her.
You think that?
Yes.
No, she's gonna be his downfall. You can see it. First of all,
I think she's gonna try to make a move again. She's getting scared. She was.
But I love the fact that they had her being scared of that black man. And I was like, this is some racist ass shit at its very highest level because she was very frightened. And I saw the frightened look on her face when she looked in that black man's eyes. And I was like, I don't know how I feel about this. But then she still had the same look when she looked in the woman's eyes.
I think it was more. Usually I like some good racism. But I think it was.
I don't think that. But I'm not one.
The beginning, the first time.
I think it was the fact that he was acting all normal, like trying to come up and kiss her. It's like.
It's just weird because it's
still uncomfortable on that black guy. Yeah, he's still uncomfortable on that black guy.
And now it's a woman, and so she's probably like, I didn't know.
Trust me, if the CW wanted to do racism, it would be very, very obvious. I feel like.
I don't know. They've handled it pretty good on Black Lightning.
Black Lightning, yeah.
Well, that's a whole different show, though. It's a different league.
Oh, that's true. Well, they did do some race. You're right because they was racist as fuck to what's my man name that's on the show anymore.
Who? In which show?
Firestorm to Jax.
Oh yeah.
They've been racist as fuck to Jax.
Ooh, that legends. Ooh, that was that good racism. God damn.
And I don't think it was meant to be that way. Although parts of it was meant to be that. Like when they went back in time with the racist people. Those episodes were actually good. But
I like them, yeah.
Now Marleisha's probably like, I didn't know that I was bi. And
I didn't sign up to be lesbian.
Now I gotta be bisexual. And so, what do you think that shit was he put in her drink? Because her
oh no, that's a love drug, yo. That
her
was the
neck started lighting up though.
Nigga, that was a love drug from the boy that Amulet was. You know when she had the little club rave, like she had everybody partying and shit.
Is that what that was?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's why she said, "I love you." Yeah.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
She popped the Molly.
Yeah, so then, so you see them start dancing again. She's put up like a block in her mind, and so I guess
which is amazing. It was just amazing that we had that. You know, they put that little tidbit in here, so she can block him from reading her mind because that shit was getting ridiculous. Because he could hear the doubt in her mind, and she was like, "Nah, I got to do something about that shit."
I think she's gonna turn on him. I think that's what they're setting up. She's definitely.
But I think she's gonna die in her attempt to turn.
You think she's gonna die?
I think he's gonna kill her when she goes against him.
I don't know if he has that in her.
He loves her.
You think he has that in him to kill her?
I think the more people he takes in, the less human he becomes.
Hey, you know what?
Yeah, he's murking out
makes
people
sense because he is going full evil.
He just murdered a bunch of people.
At first, he was just like really smart guy who wanted to stay alive. And now he's like full supervillain.
Yeah.
So
Because he killed them people, no problem. Because and they said it in the episode that like you didn't have to kill the warden.
So then it's true, and then at the end of the episode, we get the actual hearing for the Barry, his appeal
Which
hearing.
Mike didn't like.
And the judge was like,
well, I wanted it to happen, but it was like, this doesn't make any. This is
it's the only way.
What are they going to do though?
All right, so
on?
So basically, what happened was the judge said, "No, unless somebody can change something, this is
the appeal
and
hearing.
they look like they're waiting and they're waiting, and then DeVoe finally shows up, or someone who you think is DeVoe shows up in his chair, and he basically gives a speech like, "I was kidnapped, and so I heard these people talking about there being a setup," and the judge was like, "This is kind of weird," and then Cecile, rightfully so, says, "We live in a city where a motherfucker can run faster than the speed of sound. So, what you think can't happen can probably happen." And the judge was like,
"Here in Central City."
The judge was like, "You know what? We all live in Central City. You're probably right." And he was like, "Well, I guess DeVoe is still alive. So you're out." And you let him go.
Barry
So,
Allen's
Mike,
free.
why didn't you like this?
I just thought, I don't know.
Oh, I didn't
what
say it. So
in,
Ralph basically shapeshifted into DeVoe.
Yeah. How are they? What happens when someone goes looking for DeVoe in like a week?
It's too late. And I mean, once it's already done in the court of law, you can't go back.
They
It's
can't
double
come
jeopardy.
back and overturn it.
Yeah,
What if his wife comes in and he's like, well,
you can't
he's
do
not.
double jeopardy. It doesn't
She
matter.
can't
like,
do that because she thought he was dead. So if she were to do that, she would be basically admitting to a plot to frame Barry.
Yeah, but what if she was like, he's not really back. I don't know who that man was. That's not my husband. We live in it. She could say the same thing that Cecile said. We live in a city where a man can run
But that has
faster.
nothing to do with Barry.
And you can't be charged for murder. He was charged with murder of DeVoe. And if I see
I'm saying,
DeVoe,
why can't she walk in and just be like, that
Oh
was
my
not my
God.
husband?
Mike,
That
do
was
you
bad.
not understand the law?
the law doesn't work that way. God, Lee, Mike.
Have
Oh
you
my
never
gosh.
heard of double jeopardy?
No.
Okay.
Double jeopardy? You cannot be tried for the same crime
You cannot
twice.
be tried for the same crime twice. So he's done. He's free. Barry's free.
What if he goes and kills somebody?
Then that's a different person. Are you stupid? What is wrong with you?
Oh God, this.
That's not the same crime,
Mike,
obviously.
you're a smart guy.
No, he's not. He's not being smart
Oh
tonight.
my God, I know this podcast is taking a turn for the worse if you're not one of the smart ones. You're a smart guy. Come on,
Listen,
double jeopardy. Look it up.
I thought it was kind of an easy way out, but it made
I did
sense
too.
in the scope of the story because if Ralph has the powers to do that, then of course that's what he should have done. So
Right.
storyline wise, it makes sense. Is it the cleverest thing? No, but I remember early this season I said I have no idea how they would write a way for him to get out of it, and they wrote a way for him to get out of it.
And you also have to realize that Barry wasn't going to get out unless he could get out on the up and up. You know.
Yeah, Barry was going to stay in prison because he's a hero, and he's not going to be the bad person. So Barry's out now, and then the Team Flash realizes that he's
DeVoe is only targeting the people from the metal.
Barry basically was
from the
like, there's
bus.
weather wizard, a whole bunch of people in there, but he only targeted the metas who were on that bus. So
Bus
clearly
metas.
he wants everybody that was on the bus, and they realized that Ralph was on that bus. So I think they're going to try to use Ralph as bait to get him.
You think so? Wow. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense, but I just think it's going to be some circumstantial stuff that they're stopping another one of the bus metas that they're going to find out, and then
There's also
Ralph will
more
be
bus
coming-
metas. So I
Right.
think they're going
There's
to be going to
12.
look for them. Yeah, there's 12 of
right.
them.
There's 12 in there, and we only saw 4 or 5.
Well, there was 4. Well, no, then there was the nuke guy who died, who blew up, so he can't really use him. So I think 6. You guys still there?
I mean, can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right.
I think there's 6 of them.
Okay.
So yeah, what do you think is going to happen going forward, Mike?
I think.
Can
coming
you
up
stop
with
being
the-
so negative, Nancy?
I'm not negative. I said I like this episode more than the recent ones the last couple weeks.
Okay.
I think we're gonna get a big. I think we're finally gonna start to see what DeVoe's planning and how he's gonna come. I want to know if he expected this to happen, or if he's ready for this, or how he's prepared for this, or how he's going to deal with this. I think we're going to get a little bit more indication to his motives here, which is what I've been wanting to see most of the season. So I'm excited.
I agree. Devin, what are you looking forward to?
I'm definitely looking forward to DeVoe's new turn to full-on supervillain, killing people, and seeing the lengths he goes to enact his plan on Team Flash. Next week, I'm not really too keen on this episode about this country western bar, but we'll see what her powers is because I don't know what her powers are. Definitely like the shape, the new DeVoe. I just love the actress Marlise. I love the way she played this episode because the fear in her eyes seems so real, and I love when I can feel an actor's performance come to the screen. I felt every bone-chilling, fearful thought she felt while like interacting with DeVoe. So I'm looking forward to that and how she keeps it together because he's not. You can tell he doesn't like the fact that she's humming that song.
Right, he hates that. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what's going on with DeVoe. He's been very interesting to me, and it keeps getting more interesting as he changes bodies. It gets weirder, but also more interesting. And I like seeing him become a full-on villain because I really enjoy villainy. Which is why I like Tobias so much on Black Lightning. He's just a badass villain. So I like seeing DeVoe just be evil as fuck and seeing how the hero's going to stop him because that's what you look for in comic books and comic book shows. You guys got anything else about this episode?
Nope.
It was good. We got some. The blast from fucking DeVoe's chair that knocked their fucking powers out. Crazy shit.
Yeah, his fake Mobius chair is pretty fucking powerful.
That was pretty cool. And then I really feel like Barry going back to his cell. Like, I didn't like that, that time differential, because that motherfucker's been out of his cell more than one day. Like, how the fuck did he get back in his cell? Like, in Gen Pop. What the fuck? I was upset about that shit.
Oh, he just ran through.
I know how he got back, but I'm just saying, like, this motherfucker's been gone more than a day.
Yeah, they probably... the
warden's dead!
No. This is what happened. They probably thought that he was placed in. This is easily to explain. He was placed in solitary confinement.
You're right.
Because just like Warden told, because the Warden told Iris that like he got an altercation, so they could easily make that shit up and tell the guards.
You're right. Thank you for saying that. Yeah, because he did say that. Because I was really upset about him just popping back in his fucking cell, and you was okay. Like I feel like the guards' paperwork should have been better than that. But I mean, whatever. This is a TV show. I can't get caught up on that.
Yeah.
Other than that, good stuff.
Cool. So thank you guys for listening. Please make sure you subscribe to us on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play. Leave us a 5-star review. It really helps us out a lot. We have a Facebook page now. You can search Why So Serious Pod on Facebook. Like our Facebook page and share that. We will be back later this week with our Black Lightning recap. And this weekend, we are still on the road to Infinity War, and we're at the first Avengers movie, which I can't wait to review. So thank you guys for listening, and talk to you guys soon.